A couple of weeks ago in the September Nintendo Direct, it was announced that Brewster and his cafe would be returning to New Horizons. This was the first update since the game's 1-year anniversary to add something new, and of course when I say new, I mean the stuff that was just missing from the old games. Immediately, I kinda shrugged it off. I know Brewster was heavily requested from a lot of people to be added back into the game, but I thought it was just going to be the same as the rest of the updates, which so far have been centered around holidays and old features, and while it's nice to have these things back in the game, none of it is brand new content. And the format of these releases, where these old features that used to be just small components of past games are touted as one big update for New Horizons, just doesn't work. Take swimming, for example. You could swim in New Leaf and that was really cool, but there was also a ton of other first-time features that had the player's mind distracted. When it came to New Horizons in the Wave 1 summer update, that was pretty much all it was. So when people who put the game down picked it back up for this supposed big update, they were disappointed because it was just a small, hyper-focused mechanic of New Leaf. Like, this is really what I'm supposed to do all summer, just swim around? This was their answer to fix the game? That's why each time they rolled out small stuff like this, whether it was swimming or art or Mario items, everyone acted like the game was saved, picked it back up, and then got burnt out after 30 minutes. And I honestly thought Brewster was going to be the same, but they went further. They announced a full-scale direct of about 20 minutes. After months of underwhelming updates and months of underwhelming non-updates, Nintendo finally seemed like they were getting a grip on the game. Fast forward to yesterday, and we gotta give credit where credit is due, Animal Crossing New Horizons version 2.0 looks amazing. I am incredibly excited, and I might even start playing the game routinely again. The update isn't out for a few more weeks, but what we saw in the Direct, whether it was brand new features, old characters, or even all that stuff from New Leaf that I missed so much being brought back, is beautiful. Hell, they even brought back some of the lesser asked for stranger features from GameCube. Hats off to Nintendo. They could have taken their sales and run and just kept re-releasing the same boring holiday updates, but they held their ground and made New Horizons a better game for no cost at all. And then this happened. This means a lot of things on its own. Version 2.0 is the final version of the game, and what it gives us is what it gives us. That is Animal Crossing New Horizons, the definitive edition of the game that judgment can be passed upon. And I don't feel like we'll know for sure what that's like until November 5th, but as of right now, there's still lots missing. What about a bigger shop? What about easier crafting? Or maybe mini games? There's still tons not in the game, and this is where it all comes to a halt. As much as I love what I've seen, and as much as it makes New Horizons a better game, it's far from perfect, and it seems like it's going to be that way, as it always has been, and now always will be. I have mixed feelings on this. Yes, they're adding more, but the game still feels hollow with these characters at the center, and I'm not sure cooking soup can resolve that. Yet at the same time, maybe them putting in the final update for New Horizons means that they can move on to the next big project, whatever that may be. Just like Smash Bros, they can finally close the door on New Horizons and head in new directions. I thought. Because what this right here also means is the part that came next. Paid DLC, which we've known was going to happen ever since the eShop page confirmed it in February of 2020. And this is where I get nervous. What made Happy Home Designer cool back in 2015 was that it was completely separate from New Leaf. The stuff you did in that game had no impact on what was happening in New Leaf, and it existed purely as a spin-off. When the mechanics of Happy Home Designer did eventually leak over, it was totally free as an update in 2016 and only bettered the game. What we have in front of us now is a very different circumstance, where the standalone game now acts as DLC and carries over exclusive perks to the main game. If I want to partition my house in New Horizons, I have to get the Happy Home add-on. i.e., if I want a quality of life update for New Horizons, I have to pay money. The possibilities from this equation extended to all the other things people want out of this game is very scary. Will there be a second DLC that adds a way to move resident services and has more Nintendo items? Or how about a DLC that allows you to increase the size of the side rooms? I paid for this game once and waited a year and a half to get to 2.0, which, let's be honest, should have always been the base game. And if Nintendo thinks that I'm going to pay any more money to get a better version of a broken game, then goddamn, they really nailed their audience. Please don't let this be the future of Animal Crossing. If free updates are over, then please just let the game be over. But for now, I'm excited but nervous. I haven't regularly played since November, and nothing could pull me back in. Not Christmas, not Mario. In February, they brought back Pave, my favorite, like literally Bossa Bias the holiday, and I couldn't be bothered. But for the first time in a while, I have hope and I can't wait for November 5th, but I am cautious. In addition to this, there's a few videos of mine that I think I might need to address given the new information, so for those of you looking for the GameCube retrospective, it could be a while, especially because a week after this update, SMT5 comes out. So that's the video, more of them soon, I'll see you then.